morning of 21st of February was the most terrible in my life. I was woken up at 7:22 by a call with the words, "Have you read the news? It has started." The lack of understanding what's going on, first tears, and total realization that all dreams, hopes and beliefs were totally destroyed. Then, days and nights in the basement, hundreds of planes of Russian army that bombed my home city Chernihiv, and sounds of Russian tanks that were on my street were accompanying me, my family and my city every day.
I met the war in Kiev, in university dormitory. I was awakened at 5 a.m. by a neighbor with the words, "Nastya, don't worry, but the war has begun." I immediately got out of bed, grabbed my documents and went outside. Ignoring the howl of the sirens, I was worried about only one question: what is happening in my hometown with my family right now? Calling my mother almost instantly, and she said that they were alive and everything would be okay. So that I would not worry about them. She kept silent about the fact that Russian soldiers had already entered the city, but at that time I already knew about it from the news.
My story begins in the hotbed of student life, namely the dormitory. At 5 a.m. I woke up because of suspicious explosion. My roommate Roman woke up and said to me, "Get up, bro, it isn't your imagination." It started. Without any questions for him, I immediately knew what he meant. This little gnome in the bunker had decided to take the desperate step after all. In those moments, I was overwhelmed by an unspeakable sense of helplessness and a desire to turn the world upside down to prove that Ukraine is a country of free people, of free choice, and no one has the right to abuse its sovereignty. Still, three questions were running through my mind: where to run, what to do, and how to be.
That morning I was awakened by a powerful explosion. I got out of my bed and looked out of the window. I understood everything from the first second, but couldn't believe in that new reality. Then I called my mom in hope to hear something like, "Don't worry, everything is okay," but received a horrible answer. It happened. The war began. After that, I was just crying with no understanding what will be with my life later.
Everyone in our country lost something in this war, but we still love Ukraine and will defend it for all costs. This war and endless Russian anger many centuries terrorized Ukrainians, but every time we were fighting together and become even stronger than we were.
Nowadays, Chernihiv, Kyiv and other Ukrainian cities and villages are recovering from destructions which brought Russian army. Returning communications, water, electricity, gas in every home in so short period of time. We need to hold together, and then we will have the motivation to build our cities and make them better than they were before.
All this shows how strong our nation is and pushes to do something valuable, even if it's just a small thing, because it could save someone's life. We understand that we should win not only to protect our nation, but to help other part of Europe to sleep calmly.
The unity of Ukrainians during the war deserves special attention. People came together, helped as much as they can, provided moral support. Patriotism is gaining special importance now. No one could expect such unity, even Ukrainians themselves. We became one big family, from Mariupol to Chop, from Chernihiv to Crimea.
Only from this thought comes the incredible motivation and belief in victory, the desire to help people, the military, animals, and just everyone who needs any help. There is not the silent thought of surrendering when you realize that the whole country is behind you.
You are small, but very important part of a huge and powerful mechanism that is now working at a full capacity, and that's why you can't just drop your hands. Our group is incredibly lucky, because we have Ukrainians from every corner of our country.